Hi everyone, welcome to another video of Sergeant Plays. Today James will be joining me for a video. The game we're going to be playing today is PTFS, Pilot Training Flight Simulator. It's a game where you fly planes, alright? So now James is going to start today's tutorial by pressing play as on the screen.
Hey guys.
Okay, so this is the island selection. You can choose one of the islands here. So James is going to choose Perth here. On Perth, you can choose one of these. James today is going to choose Perth International. So this is the airport we're going to be spawning at right now. Loading airport. Okay, so how you get into a plane and spawn it is by walking down the jet bridge, which is the thing on the screen we're walking through right now, and we're going to spawn a plane using the plane spawner. All right. So where the plane spawner is right on the iPad. See, you see on the iPad. So you can choose one of these categories, and James today is going to be choosing airliners. All right. So these are all the different types of planes in the game. Some have game passes. But today we're going to be flying the A330, as it's known as the butter machine. All right, these are the airlines. They aren't actually real airlines. They're weird. So Air Dingus is Aer Lingus, Air Canadian is Air Canada, Air French is Air France, I think, and then Emirates is Emirates, but this is change. Singapore Airlines is Singapore Airlines. Today we're going to be choosing Qantas, basically. Okay, so here is our A330. So this is our A330 right now. Okay, so this is your A330. When you hover your mouse over the plane, you have choices. So if you press Z, you're in the pilot. You're in the cockpit as a pilot. All right. So now I'm going to show you what you do first. So what you can press 1 for running really fast. Then you walk over to this area. You can spawn a car. You can spawn a pushback truck. You can spawn a fire engine, or the fire engine costs game pass. But yeah, I'm gonna spawn the pushback tug so we can push back our plane. Okay, now go to driver. And I'm gonna attach it onto our plane. Okay, just driving. Alright, so how you do it is you're going to park next to the gear. Okay, so now press driver again. You can attach. Now you've attached onto the plane. This pushback tug you're driving right now controls the entire plane. Alright, so you can control the plane to push back because planes can't actually reverse. But in this game you can reverse if you don't want a pushback tug. Right. You don't have to actually push back onto the taxiway. You can just stop whenever you want. I'm just going to stop here and press detach. Then you move the pushback tug away and you hop into the plane. Okay, now James will be flying the flight today. We're going to be flying to Orangi. So using the arrow keys, you can ascend. You can ascend with the speed. Oh my, what is that person doing? What is that person doing? Okay, well, I think he wants to tug our thing. I'm gonna press agree. Oh my god, now that person just ran away. Okay, so now, if you press P, it's reverse thrust. So if you want to push back from the area, you can just press P. So I'm going to go on reverse thrust and taxi onto the taxiway. Go a bit faster. Okay. Now I'm going to press P again to go into normal thrust, going forwards. Okay, going 18%. Okay, we're going to be taking off at runway 33, but this is the holding point, so you have to stop here and wait for ATC, if there is an ATC. Okay, There's no ATC, so I'm just gonna cross the holding point and taxi onto the runway. So this is runway 33. Okay. Now you don't have to get exactly on the center of the line, but I will today. And I'm gonna stop the plane. Now James is gonna be taking off. So how you take off is by moving the forward forward button by 100%. When I get to 100% at the top of the screen, you're gonna move your mouse up. All right. So James is gonna be taking off right now. Okay, take off. Okay, when you take off, you're gonna press G to put your gear up. Now you are in flight mode. All right. So now James will be flying from Perth to Orange. So Orange is like Japan. So okay, so now I'm gonna be flying to Orange. You can skip this part if you want, but it's just gonna be short, like a few minutes. Okay. So here we are. That island over there is Orange. We can't actually move our mouse too much because we are using our mouse to maneuver the plane. So that is Orange. If you see the line down there, that is the airport runway. So James is going to be landing at the airport runway by aligning with the runway, and we hope he does a smooth or butter landing. Okay. All right, when you actually align onto the runway, I suggest you put your speed down up to about 40 or 50%. When you get to 100, when you get to 150 kilometers per hour, I recommend you to stay at that speed, or you're gonna stall. If you stall, it means you're crashing. Okay, now James is gonna put his gear down. You hear the voice just then, that means you're at 1,000 meters. This is land speed, so you should go a bit faster or you're going to stall. Okay, now you're going to descend and do a landing on that runway. So James is going to line onto the runway. I hope he does a good landing. All right. Okay, now he's aligning into the runway. At this point, I think you should descend a bit more. And yeah, this is a good height. When you land, if you're just like a noob and you're just starting, you can go face down. But if you're more experienced, you should go a bit more up when you're landing. So this is land speed. You should go a bit up. You're stalling a bit. All right. Now, what is that Qantas? What is that Qantas A380 doing? Okay. Now he's going to do a butter landing. Okay. Now doing reverse thrust. We just touched down. That was a bit of a hard landing, but that's all right. Okay, now on the next point where we can turn, you can turn, but this is like a bit of a sharp angle turn, so you should probably go a bit more forward. And you should park at the gate over there. So this game has lots of game passes. I bought all of them so I can show you what some are like. They're pretty expensive though. Okay, so I'm going to stop at this holding point, make sure there's no planes crossing. No planes crossing, continue. Okay, I'm going to be parking at gate 10 today, which is over there at Tokyo International. So the one we're heading for is 10 over there. I recommend you stay on the yellow line at all times, but if you don't know how to do that, that's alright. And when you're approaching to the gate, you shouldn't go too fast. So we're going 10 kilometers per hour, 10 knots per hour. And approaching to Tokyo International Airport, gate 10. Slowing down a bit. Now you can see, okay, a bit more forward, I think. Okay, so here it's perfect. Our door is just in the gate. Now we're gonna hop out and go to Tokyo. So if I press C for passenger, you can hop, and this is the door. So here. And you can control how high the gate is. Like if I press, you can go a bit higher. Then you can hop into the plane again. Alright, now I'm going to be showing you some different planes. And, okay, so I am going to go to that aircraft spawner and spawn a fighter jet. And maybe an A380. The A380 requires a game pass, I think. So yeah, I'm going to spawn the A380 first. So the A380, if you guys don't know, is like a really, really, really big plane. So this costs a game pass. I already bought the game pass. And I'm going to do the quantity delivery again. Now I'm going to go into passenger mode. So this is passenger mode. The cabin is actually pretty advanced and cool. So this is the top level of the plane. This is premium economy or business class, and this is first class. It's pretty cool. You can go downstairs from the stairs here or at the back of the plane. Here, this is just economy. And I'm going to continue to go down to go to the bar. So, I don't think that Qantas has the bar. So I'm going to go spawn maybe Emirates A380, which has a bar. Okay. So, I'm going to spawn back. Airliners, A380, and Emirates. Yeah, you gotta clear the pad. So you can't spawn a plane if there's already a plane here. So I'm probably just gonna run over here and spawn it. Airliners, A380, Emirates. C for passenger. So this is the back of the plane at the bar. So only the Emirates and Qatar Airways has it. So you can't actually grab these drinks. Pepsi, Bloxy Cola, Butcher Brew, Mountain Dew. You can't actually grab it, but it's actually pretty cool. So yeah. Now I am going to respawn and show you the secret alien that barely anyone knows about. So I'm just respawn, just kill myself, and here you can play. I'm going to be choosing St. Bartholomew. If you don't know where this is, it's here, St. Bartholomew. I'm going to click it and press St. Bartholomew International Airport. Alright, loading airport. Here I am at St. Bartholomew Airport. By the way, if you have a different face to this, when you join PTFS, your face always goes to like the default face. Anyways, this is the aircraft spawner. I'm going to be spawning a helicopter. I'm going to spawn a helicopter here. So I have the Coast Guard Game Pass. So I'm going to spawn the Coast Guard Game Pass helicopter here. So if you don't know what this is the winch. Like you can hop onto the winch because it's a rescue helicopter. But I'm not gonna hop on the winch. I'm going to fly. I'm gonna fly. So the same thing with helicopters. You gotta turn your speed on 100, then you can start flying. If you move your mouse down, it means you go forward. If you move your mouse up, it means you're going up and stopping and slowing down. So now I'm gonna go around St. Bartholomew and try to find the alien airport or the alien base. Not much people know about this, and you get a badge if you find it, I think. If you want me to make more videos like this, just like the video and put down what you want in the comments. Okay, so I'm gonna go forward. I think it's just between these mountains, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, there it is. So if you see a big rusty house, that's the base. So that's a rusty house. That is the alien base. So we're gonna slow down and land. I'm gonna do a good landing, but just slowing down and landing. Okay, so this is the alien base. It's super rusty. No, barely anyone knows about it. Okay, so I have landed at the alien base. Now we're gonna run inside. You see airplane spawner? You can only spawn a UFO. So if you press it, you can get the UFO. But you can't spawn it anywhere else. You can only spawn it here. So this is super rare. So this is the UFO. It's super hard to fly. It's about the speed of a helicopter. I'm just turn the engine on. Okay, let's go. It's super hard to get out of the base. Like, it's not super hard, but it's super hard. It's like really hard. Well, this is hard. I haven't flown the alien lots of times, the UFO lots of times. And you can't get out because it's like, you gotta go down a bit, but it's hard to go down if you're stuck like that. So I'm gonna descend a bit. Yay, I'm out of the base! So I'm gonna be flying this around to St. Bartholomew. And yeah, this is the UFO. It's actually not that fast. Okay, it's really hard to fly, but I'm flying it. I'm gonna fly it and like land it near St. Bartholomew, near the spawn point. All right. It's not that fast, but if you put your mouse down, then it goes pretty fast. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to crash into the mountain. And I don't want to crash into the ocean as well. Okay, I'm probably just gonna land on the runway. Alright, landing. This is gonna be super hard to land, just like a helicopter landing. But yeah, that's how you fly a UFO. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.